and welcome to this special episode on the On Top of My Shame pile. This one is in English and it will probably shorter than regular because I have two announcements to make. One is I will be a part of the Read-a-thon and it's very soon on Friday, April 26th, and if you sign up for Wednesday you might be eligible for prizes and fun. This is a 24-hour marathon of reading that you can take part in and share your love for books and meet new people on the internet and be cheered for. And I suppose this is a lot of fun. I've already prepared 3 books that I want to read on that day. I don't know if I'll manage to read them all, but at least I try. And hopefully I will meet fun new people. I showed all of the books on my Instagram account, linked somewhere in the doobly-doo, but I'm showing it once again now. One from Czesław Miłosz, who is a Polish Literature Nobel Prize winner, and this is a short book with 6 of his lecture that he gave at Harvard in the 80s on poetry and humans and society and the connection between those two. So I think this is a nice one to start off with, especially because it's relatively short and has relatively large letters. So this is one of them. The other by Ostaszewska and Tambor, very well known for their research on Polish phonetics and phonemics, and this is the book, 3rd edition, on that topic. I wanted to have something scientific on the pile, and because this is also fairly slim and has a lot of tables I can study and some pictures like what vowels do we have in Polish and how they are pronounced, as well as maps or rentgenograms. So I think that will be a quick read, although scientific, and one that is much larger. Sushi and Beyond is the original titles. In the Polish it's Sushi Cała Reszta by Michael Booth, and this is basically a book about the culinary culture in Japan, which I'm crazy about, both cooking, food, and Japan, so this is a perfect combination. The second thing I wanted to talk about today is a quick rant about this, because several people asked me how did I like Benny Lewis' Box Fluent in 3 months. This is the European edition. As I've said on some of my social networks, technically it's not like it's very pretty. It's not like high quality paper, hardcover or whatever, at least my edition. But this makes it perfect to carry in your backpack, I suppose. It's light, and if it gets a little bit dodgy or rips somewhere, you won't really care. So this is a technical aspect of it. As for what is inside, okay, there are no pictures inside, if anybody wonders. The chapters are short, so it's a quick read, and you are able to find what you need in this book very quickly. Although I also made some markings for interesting inspirational quotes or other resources outside of the book, as the book gives you many ways to interact with online communities and online resources and bookstores. Also, my main problem with the book is this: it doesn't show much new things. So if you've been reading Benny Lewis's blog, Fluent in 3 months, for quite a long time, and quite regularly, you probably won't find much new information inside of the book. Maybe some new examples, very specific, which is cool. Especially the language-specific parts are cool if you happen to learn any of the languages Benny learned. And overall, I prefer the problem also is I think that a lot of people in the polyglot community have two major problems. One is that they play the number game. How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? How much languages have you learned? How much languages are you fluent at? And this is not what being a polyglot is about. Although this is less and less of a case. And the other one, we have prominent polyglots, which I love and adore, and I love to speak with them and mail them and discuss with them on Facebook or elsewhere on their blogs. And each of them is a proponent of a very specific way of learning that worked for them. And the problem for me is, I think that as similar as we are in our capacity to learn a language, our strengths and weaknesses are very different, and we are so much unlike one another when learning. And one method is never enough. So I have the same problem because I help David Mansouri and behind the scenes of his Languages Culture podcast, and I love the interviews that he does, and I love the guests. They are amazing. But I think that being a proponent of one and only true, best, even customizable method of learning a language is not enough. And although it has many hacks you can use as a standalone help in your language learning, speaking from day one and how you can do it is the largest part of the book. And it's not for everyone. So if you dislike Benny or Benny's blog or vlogs, you probably will dislike the book as well. If you like Benny's blog and you are a frequent reader that is engaged, then probably you won't find much new information in it, and you would probably like to buy it because you like Benny. So I would definitely recommend it for a present. So if you have a wannabe polyglot friend or a beginner linguist, please buy him the book and see what he or she thinks about it. This would make a wonderful present and introduction to the polyglot community all over the world. This book. But apart from that, even though I was involved in checking the scientific accuracy of Benny's claims, I think that some parts might have been done better, and maybe given it a little touch of color or graphics, even some, just for the visual people, some flowcharts or whatever, would make it even more beneficial. He chose to do it this way, and it's amazing, but I'm still waiting for something better. So if I were to, I don't know, give it something out of 10, that would be probably around 7, maybe 6.5. You decide on yourself. You decide on your own. Okay, so that's all, and see you in the next regular Polish episode on top of my Shame-Pal, where I comment what I'm reading now. See you!